Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. Let me start that again. Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Kaiju number 8. Finale of season 1. Let's see what happens this time. Kofka has survived the onslaught of director Shino Mia. But, well, up to this point. And, but has gone berserk. So we'll see what happens this time.
Yeah, hopefully he can get some control of himself, or else he's not gonna have much of a case going forward.
We shall see. Leave a like and subscribe. Let's check it out. Also, one last thing. Shino Mia, she was like let in to watch this whole thing. So I wonder if like he's not as big of an asshole to her even as she thinks. He's just really harsh. Because like he still let her in on that, like, and not even the captain was there.
Yeah, that's true.
Special privileges. Maybe there's something deeper going on there. Let's see. Leave a like and subscribe. Let's go. I wonder what they'll do for season 2. I hope they don't do the thing where like season 1 OPs is like super interesting and unique, and then
Season 2 is just reuse clips from the show.
Or yeah, well, like B-stars, or that would be bad, or just like scuffed Asian kung fu generation with everybody jumping in with their powers like one after another, like fading in when the chorus hits or something like that, and then it ends with fucking Kofka going like kaiju mode and then punching the camera, and then it fades to the title or something.
Yeah, I hope they do something like this again, because it's just very cool.
It doesn't need to be the exact same, but like
no, but like you know,
just they clearly put like effort into this, and you know took a chance to make it different, and I think it really paid off.
I would suck just to have to stand there for like an unknown amount of time.
Usually in military training, it's common for them to stand for like fucking 12 hours straight. Damn! Oh, that's a hardcore move. I love that. I actually love that. I actually love that. You don't see that enough, like, oh, they can regenerate their body parts, so why are they just, like, ripping themselves apart just to get an advantage?
Yeah.
That's so risky. Oh my god. Oh!
Ow.
Oh, shit.
Whoa. That new form looks so crazy.
Yeah. Oh! Is he straight up gonna kill him right now?
Oh boy.
I mean, he didn't. That's not. This is in his
This
mind.
is bad.
Getting a Shino Mia flashback. I don't know. We need all of the people to put their hand on his butt and push him up out of the water. He hit himself.
Whoa.
Narumi.
Number one.
Oh shit.
Band-aids on his face.
sad cat.
He doesn't even have a heart anymore. Whoa. He's thinking of the same thing. Yeah, the weapons are kind of just, they're not versatile like a real kaiju is. We're setting the precedent, buddy.
Number 6.
Disposal deferred. What a crazy thing to say. Yeah, that was fucking terrifying.
I need to start sending those texts every morning when I wake up. Carson, BOLDcast, disposal deferred. Is he still doing fucking lat pull downs?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh no, we're gonna see that other thing.
Mushroom Man?
If he just comes in here and kills these guys.
The top of fucking chess.com or whatever it is. I see. I wonder if if Kaiju number 9 will continue to learn and grow to the point where he starts to question whether he actually wants to fight for the Kaiju. Like, is that's going to be his character arc? What did you think of that? The finale?
That was a good finale. I feel like it.
I feel satisfied with where
yeah,
it left off.
like, you know, the little montage of the end of like, oh, this is what everyone's doing. Oh, everyone's also excited, and then, you know, you get like the villain at the end. But I thought he was gonna kill those guys, but I'm really glad that he didn't, because I feel like that would have just been too far or too much of a cliffhanger. But what I like about this is obviously season 2 has been confirmed now. But I feel like even if it wasn't, like, this would just be a nice play. Like, I'm still so excited for what's coming next, but I don't feel like, oh, they like built up to this just to leave me on a cliffhanger. You know what I mean? I feel like the, and like, you know, ending up with Kofka getting deferred, disposal deferred. I feel like it's just a good place, because it's like now the secret's kind of out. And like now like the next phase of the story is gonna begin, you know?
Yeah, true.
Like it's kind of like okay, this part is complete, and now we're on to the next thing, starting up next season, you know? That fight was crazy. When he, like, got all giant like that, that was crazy. And that thing is so freaky, the
little kaiju baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of just talking about Kofka, kind of, for most of the episode.
It's really interesting, like, in the fight when it was like the two kaiju are fighting each other, you know?
That was cool.
That was
when
really
you saw,
cool.
like, the specter of basically Godzilla fighting Kofka. That's, like, a huge, epic moment.
I really like it, and what I really like is that, like, in the final decision to leave Kofka alive, it's like, you know, part of that is because it's like, okay, so you have this weapon, but the weapon is just the weapon. And Kaiju, as we have seen many times, and what we just saw with Kofka, I mean, hopefully next time he, like, levels up like that, he does it, you know, in his own state of mind, and not on a crazy rampage. But Kaiju are versatile. They can change their shape, they can grow, they can level up, they can modify themselves.
They can heal, big thing with that.
But it's just it's like versatile. It's like if you make a weapon, and it's like, sure, it's the peak of what the kaiju was at that point, but you'll never know what it, what it could have been. Obviously, if the kaiju's not on your side, you don't want it to get to that next level, because then you'd have to defeat it. But it, of course it's...
And also there's this growing threat of the kaiju, like, amassing together.
Yeah.
So if that's happening with them, just killing Kofka and making him into another weapon and doing what they've already done, it's not gonna...
might not help.
It might not measure up there. But we also saw, what was Irumi? What was his name?
Oh yeah, that's
Narumi. And he's the first division captain, so he's like Mina, but for the first division, not the third division. And he's got this giant weird ass sword thing that looks like it has some kind of
like
ability to it, but
sword.
Yeah, it's like it's really, actually I didn't even see the gun part. I was more focused on the blade, but yeah, it's like a giant gun sword.
Like, get it, or if it can, like, put some kind of energy, like, if it, like, energy blast in the sword.
I wonder what will be, because, again, it's so confusing that, like, kaiju number 2 is Godzilla. What was kaiju number 1?
Yeah, I guess it's actually kind of insane that they have kaiju number 1, because we had theorized or thought of, like, okay, if
is number 1.
No, like, just, like, how long ago number 1 was, because we were like, okay, if kaijus have been coming around for, like, hundreds of years, and kaiju number 2 was, like, what, like, 40 years ago from this point, or
whatever
50?
It was, yeah.
However long ago.
It was in the 70s.
And then so we had thought, like, oh, if that was in, like, the 70s, then was kaiju number 1, like, also around that time, or was it, like,
much earlier,
way
like 100
before
plus years ago, or maybe even dinosaurs, like you suggested that. That's, like, probably, but also it's
the
cataloging.
Number,
the number is based on what they encounter, so there could be a far more powerful kaiju that's way older. It's just based on what they know. But I think the anime power scaling idea here is that number 2, like, number 1 is better than number 2.
Yeah.
In terms of, and the guy wielding, he's a younger guy. Like, that's the thing. It's like they're setting up these, like, classic anime power scaling things where we just saw the director, who's, like, the peak.
He used to be the best guy.
He used to be the best, but now he's old, and he has number 2, and then we see the younger guy who's the highest that a young man in, like, a Japanese, like, work framing, that, as far as, like, for a guy who looks as young, he looks like he might be as old as Reno, maybe. Maybe a little bit older, but, like, he's the top rank that you could probably get without any seniority, just based on your skill. So he's, and he has number 1, so he's younger, and he has, like, the probably better kaiju weapon power shit. So they're, like, building him up clearly to be, like, more powerful than the director. But I'm so excited to see how what they'll do. Like, is like what is it gonna be? Is it gonna be fire, or is it gonna be like ice, or is it like, or will it be just everything? You know, like, is it gonna be a way more powerful thing? I don't know, because Kofka just kind of has force. You know, like, he just has like energy, quote unquote, for his like kaiju ability, whereas the kaiju number 2 was like a, you know, I don't even actually, now that I don't even know, is it lightning, or is it looks like lightning?
Like, they're like, oh, it's making like a blast of some kind of like,
So, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I just, it'll be really interesting to see what that's inspired by. I don't know.
Yeah.
Very cool. It's very interesting to see this bedraggled
he looks rough.
Yeah, I said he looked like to be a younger man, but it's mostly because he was thin, but he's kind of got an L, or I guess like more of a, again, Levi inspiration, where there's
like,
sort
he's
of
super
like
badass, but he's like so tired.
Yeah, he's kind of just done all the time, you know.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited for the next season. Already,
it's gonna be sick.
I really enjoyed the show. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would, and I think what's so good about it is that it has a lot of elements of things that, like, normally in a show I like wouldn't really like, or would like drag it down, but like overall it's so good, and like just the feel of it and the vibe of it and the watching experience of it. I'm just like, it's so enjoyable, you know, like you know, I don't know, like
it's very easy to enjoy. Yeah,
I don't feel like I have to, like, a lot of people are like, oh, just like don't think about it so much for if there's a different show that we're like, oh, I don't really like this, then they're like, oh, just ignore that. But for this show, I don't feel like I have to ignore anything. I can just genuinely just enjoy it and really love some parts of it, you know. It was a really fun watching experience. I liked it a lot.
W show, way better than what I thought it was going to be. I think the animation and the action really elevated it from the little bit that I read in the manga. And I like, you know, I like what they did with it. I feel a lot more attached to it than I think I would have if I just like ripped through the manga. So, and I know that's like a controversial take from what I understand, because a lot of manga readers who are really into the manga don't really like the style of the anime with the character designs and the animation style and stuff. But I think it's pretty good, but I wasn't super attached to the manga in the first place. W. Thanks for watching the reactions, everybody. See you guys next week for more anime greatness of different shows. We're going to be checking out Oshinoko Season 2. And Tower of God.
2?
I don't think that's coming out for a while. Is that? I don't think.
It's next season. I don't know if it's starting like next week or.
I saw something that said like it's 90 something days until it comes out, but maybe that was an outdated post that I looked up. I don't know. Anyway, leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the future. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye bye.